Okay folks, this is an interesting one. I got this from an op shop. It's a pretty funny little thing, it is. Let's see if we can make it look any good. Okay, let's see what this is. It is a piece of artificial foliage, a plant, piece of an artificial plant. Oops, just dropped it. Fumbles. Oh, I hate that. Let's see how we go with this. Hate it when I fumble things. I really do. It just pisses me. Just going to move that up a bit higher. See how we go with it. Yeah, that looks interesting. Looks a bit too much in the middle. Look, I don't like that look. Wondering if I could push it that way. Maybe. It's so annoying when that you get that in the middle appearance. Maybe I can push it. Oh, fuck it. I don't know what to do with it, folks. Whatever way it goes. It's really difficult trying to make a good arrangement with something like this. Yeah, that looks interesting. There's not much to it, but at least it's in the edge and it's got a nice piece there. So maybe we could enlarge this master copy out a bit. So it should look really nice. So now we're just going to switch it to copied paper. We're just going to take this and put it aside. Don't know what use for it has. Maybe we could still overlap it a bit. Just a little bit overlapped. Okay, now we're just going to change things up a bit. Maybe 107's too big. I'm going to leave it. Wondering what we're going to do with the colour. Going to do something interesting with this. We're going to make it into a negative positive. I'll just see how this looks. Yeah, it looks a bit boring, and I think we've enlarged it too much there. I actually think maybe we could use this one as our master copy. It looks better. We just have to overlap it and that's it. So I just worked that out because this one's not as nice, hasn't got as much happening, it's just a bit too down. So we're just going to retire that one and we're going to use this one, maybe cut it off there, maybe there. Maybe I can just make a notch in the paper to act as a guide for when so just going to make a notch, just a nice little notch. Just going to make it a little bit, maybe I should have made the notch at the bottom, but we're going to just a little bit approximate sort of. So I don't like the colour anyway with the negative positive. I do think the green looks shit. I do wonder if maybe another colour would look better than green. Maybe cyan. Yeah, again we didn't push it across far enough. I was meant to push it across there. Maybe it's going to look good that way. Maybe we can lessen the enlargement on the vertical. Trying to work out, just trying to concentrate. Yeah, what was I doing with this one? I did make it a little bit less on the vertical, but it still looks much the same unless I've got it upside down. I think I have. I do wonder, with some deliberation, which one's the better one. I think this one's the better one. Yeah, okay, we're going to do something different. Going to switch that off. Going to put the hue on differently. Okay, take that off and we're going to put this one on. I don't know if I've done this too well. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's going to work any good, any well, should I say, sorry. I just seem to be getting my knickers in a knot when it comes to my speech today for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, that looks quite nice colour-wise, that dot matrix setting. I don't like where that is. I still don't approve of it. I don't know how this is going to be made to look decent. I just got a feeling it's going to be a shit demo. Fuck it. Oh, fuck it, folks, fuck it. We're going to run with that. For some reason, my intuition's telling me we're running with this shit. This piece that doesn't look like it works. I'm sure I could do a better job of that. I'm going to go in and do a better job. I'm not going to fuck around. I'm not going to fuck around with this. I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to remove this. I'm not happy with it. As an artist, as a fucking artist, I'm not happy with what I've created, as a lot of artists are like that. A lot of us creative folk do get pissed with ourselves when it comes to the creative process. We do get very angry at ourselves when things, actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm doing the wrong fucking thing. Maybe it's as good as it gets. Okay, I don't know, because it doesn't look well defined like this picture. So I'm going to stick with positive mode. I'm going to fucking go with positive mode. Shit, I hate it. This is what I hate about the creative process, is that often you end up doing something that looks shit. You know, it's, as an artist, you know, we all have these moments, or often large blocks of time, when we just don't feel happy with what we've just created, what we've made. And it's a normal creative criticism that we have about ourselves, that often we just don't feel satisfied with what we've just produced, or what we're currently producing. It's really a typical arty-farty ism, you could call it. You could call it certain arty-farty ism. That's just the way we are. We're arty and we're farty, and we just get really pissed when we don't make something that looks good, especially when we've put a lot of heart, mind and soul into it. It's very difficult for us when we just don't get what we want. We don't get the results that we desire, or whatever. Even if it's experimental art, you know, experimental art like this stuff here carries with it a huge risk of fucking up, you know, like not having the kind of look that you want with your work. It's normal, it's the way, it's a part of the artistic process, is to be highly critical of one's work. And a lot of artists throw their art away because they're not happy. It could be just a tiny little thing that has pissed them off. It seems wasteful, but that's just the way we are. We are just that kind of fussiness. And that looks nice colour-wise. I still don't like the lack of detail down there. I'm actually thinking maybe that way we don't have enough vertical. But basically, it's really, we are very hard on ourselves a lot of the time as creative folk. As creative folk, we often are very angry when we don't get something that we want, or we expect. We just put high expectations on our creative process. I actually think, I'm going to pull that up, I think we're going to lighten it a bit. It's a bit dark. So we're just going to, we can't use that setting. We've got to use, this is the restrictions of the medium. The photocopier is full of feature clashes and stuff. No, you can't always get what you want out of these clunky devices. But most artists do, I'm pretty sure, do have their moments when they just want to blow it. They just blow a fuse over stuff that they have created and they're not satisfied with. So that looks a bit better. There's more definition there. I don't know if this is really going to be a good piece as far as I'm concerned. probably not. We might have a few switcheroos to do. But you've got to understand, being an artist can be a challenge, and we do get cranky with, and we put high expectations on our work as artists. And you got to understand that being an artist, yeah, you're going to hear a few foul words, expletive language in that, bit of potty mouth. No, it's no excuse to have a potty mouth, but unfortunately I've had a hard life, folks. I've had a hard life, and I had a relationship with a bloke that lasted me more than 2 years, and it was a real traumatic one. He was a real bitch of a guy. He basically tried to control my life and do what he wanted with my life, and he caused me a lot of pain and suffering, and I ended up using a lot of foul language. And ever since that relationship, I haven't fully recovered. I still bear the scars, and the foul language that I use is basically like the scarring. One of the scars I have from this dreadful partnership. You've got to be careful, folks, who you go out with and who you date. You just don't know what sort of fucktard you're going to get. He's going to steal your fucking life, and I wasn't even working as an artist for most of that time, because he just took up my time and everything. He wanted everything of me, and he didn't care how selfish he was. So I have to, sorry folks, this curling is fucked. But that looks, apart from the curling, that looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.